turn that off. Okay, I think that's a little low. Better. Hmm. Think we almost have what we need. Excuse me. That might be a little bit better. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm almost where I need to be. I'll do a head count in probably about 3 minutes, and my voice is echoing. Oh boy. Let's turn that down and turn that off. Was that a little bit better? I hope so. Yeah, I guess I'll lean in a bit here. Hopefully that comes out balanced. Let's hear the Okay, enough fiddling. I think we're where we need to be. So let's see, we have 4 people there. Bad anime. Bad anime. 4 kids. And Mr. UFO. Alrighty, if we can just get a head count of who's gonna be here. Who is here? Hopefully those squeaky birds didn't pick up. Alrighty, well, welcome to the stream. This is AT Gonzalez, and the game I'm playing today is Metroid Zero Mission, which is what number in the series is this? 5th or 6th? The 6th one? I'm not sure. But this is a remake of the original Metroid game, but for Game Boy Advance, with all sorts of fun new areas and what have you. Emily is being a troublemaker, wants to know what this game is rated. I believe this game is rated E10, so some content might be a little bit inappropriate for children, but for younger ones. But yeah, this game retells the first story, the first Metroid story, a little bit more streamlined, and with some new bosses and areas and surprises. This came out in 2004, originally for the Game Boy Advance. I'm playing the Wii U version because it looks a lot sharper than the Game Boy Advance personally. I do own both, and me and Sam agreed that the stream would look best this way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get that intro going. And let me know how the audio is. I love the urgency of the intro. It really does speak for itself, huh? Kind of reminds me of the Latin expression, the thing speaks for itself. Anyway, in the software bot, there are all kinds of helpful links if you want to help us out. I'm going to get started now. But before we do, can we confirm that I sound fine? I think I do after 10 minutes of fiddling, but just double checking. Planet beep. Planet ZEBES. I called this place home once, in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called zero mission. Samus Aran. So philosophical. So yeah, if you didn't catch what I said earlier, this is a remake of the original Metroid game on Famicom Disk System and the NES, with the graphics having a major upgrade. The game map is very similar. It's not identical, but it's very similar. And there's a few bosses, upgrades. It's a different experience. So what you're going to want to do here is go to the left to get that first upgrade. And by the way, you can get up here, but there's nothing useful there. Oh, got hit. That enemy is called a zoomer. Okay, zoomer. Although the term zoomer was coined before that expression came about. We'll go here to get our first upgrade, the Morph Ball, where, as it's called in the original Metroid game, the Morphing Ball, not the Morphing Ball, the Maru. There's something to look up. And it was later called Morphing Ball, and then in Metroid Prime they shortened it to Morphing Ball. Morphing Ball is helpful because it lets you get through these little cracks here. Without it, you can't really do much of that. Also, take note how the limited range on Samus's blaster. It's not good, folks. If you saw me, I was shooting the zoomer earlier, and I could barely scratch it. Anyway, you see, you can barely just get up here. But don't worry, there'll be ways around it. Anyway, our next objective is to go over here, and this is I don't know if I would want to call this an open world game, but this is a non-linear 2D action game. So there's not levels per se. It's all about traversing a game world. I don't know how familiar with Metroid some of you are. And here, we can't go there yet. That block, we need bombs in the Morph Ball to go through. It's a little hint. But we'll be able to go here later. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep heading over here. And those enemies are called Screes. And you don't want to be too close to them. This right here is a false wall. So looks can be deceiving. Look around every nook and cranny. The reason why we got the morph ball in the first place was to go through that crack here. And now to move the plot forward, we're going to go in the statue. This is called a Chozo Statue. Chozo are a race of bird aliens who raised Samus when she was an orphan, and they taught her how to become a badass warrior. Excuse me. How to become a badass warrior. And the Chozo statue gives a hint about where to go next. That is not a complete map, folks. There will be plenty of places to go to. Here's a save room, but I don't need to save just yet. I'll be saving when I think I'm in a little bit more of danger. Go over here. Hello, Toasty. We barely get started. If Vanessa's there, say hi to her for me. But I was explaining a few basics. And as you can see, we can't go in here because the weapon has no range, basically. So thankfully, that's one of the first things we upgrade. And it's in this room. Go in here. This is an item room, and the Chozo statues in the item room will have something to permanently upgrade your suit. Nessa says hi. Cool. I don't know what she thinks of Metroid. I think the games are pretty awesome. And the statue will heal us, but we really don't need to be healed. And that long beam upgrade, look at that increased range. Yeah. So now we can shoot to the ceiling without jumping, although I jump there. And even get out of here. Something that you can do in this game that you couldn't do in the original Metroid is Samus can angle her shots like that. She could shoot up in the original game, but she couldn't do these 45-degree angles. And couldn't shoot down like that either. So that's pretty useful. Also, Samus can shoot while prone in this game. That was not introduced till Metroid 2. Well, this is a game I think that is a really good place to start. Now, if we go over here, these statues, the statue head, are of the two guardians of the planet, Kraid and Ridley. Kraid is to my right here, and Ridley's to the left. They're the space pirate commanders, essentially. Samus battles a confederation of space pirates called Space Pirates. And what you'll need to do, the objective is to defeat them, which clears the statues, and that leads the way to the core of the planet, which is to the left there, called Torian. But we can't go there just yet. Have to beat the bosses first. And this enemy, I don't remember what it's called, but a little bit of a tough one. The gray doors are security doors, which means that you have to defeat an enemy in order to get through that room. So there the game was forcing me to defeat that bad guy. My next objective is over there, and I don't have any map data for there. It's almost kind of like when your GPS sends you to somewhere, but there's no roads. So you have to figure it out. It's a hint. Oh. And this room I shot earlier, I can get there now because I have the long beam. Get through here. Now that red door means that you need a missile in order to break through the door. And I do not have one yet. We're going to have to get one. And let's get up there. There's a technique called a wall jump that you don't need to use to defeat the game, but it does make things a little bit easier. Hey Sean, good to see you. And this enemy here is giving me a bit of a hard time. That brown enemy is called a Ripper, and they're kind of jerks. They're also currently indestructible. Yeah, Sean, I wasn't sure what you thought of Metroid, but I know that, you like Nintendo games. I had a feeling. I don't think you can make much progress in this room yet. No, we'll come back there later, probably. And folks, if you want to help us out, there's some links there where you can help us out. I believe we finally have our 3rd Patreon, so I feel pretty good about that. So we'll need to go through here. This is a save room. I'm not gonna save just yet. You met Charles Martinet. Cool. That's cool. I've never met him, but I know people who have, and they say that he's a good guy. We're about to encounter a boss here, folks. That enemy is called a Zeb, I think, because it's planet Zebes. They're a little bit of a nuisance. Sean says he always believes in Nintendo. Good policy to have. So now that we have missiles, we can go through that door. Ow. Revenge. And our first boss is going to be right here, the Beam Beast. And that's 1. It's going to go down. 2. 3, and he's down. And the Beam Beast gives the charge beam. Excuse me, Senji the Gamer. I don't recognize you. Good to see you, man. We're playing on the Wii U Virtual Console version of this, so yes, this is an emulation. We chose to do that because we thought it would look as good as possible. We do own the game on Game Boy Advance. The Wii U Virtual Console version, it looks nice and bright, and the colors are really good and sharp. So we went with that. And if you want to get the Wii U Virtual Console version, it's only going to be available for a few more months. So now's the time to act. There we go. With the missiles, we can finally go through that door. 1 missile's all you need. In the original Metroid game, you need 5 missiles to get through red doors. Oh, watch for the acid. Now with the charge beam, you can do a charge attack and jump into an enemy to destroy it, like right there, yeah. So that's pretty cool. The charge beam is not as overpowered as it is in some other games, so. Let's see. The next objective will be to get the morph ball bombs. That little bug nest there. Why do I say little? That thing's huge. The missiles help get rid of it, although I'm out of missiles because right now my capacity is just 5. Get that out of the way. Alright, good to see some new people. Once the morph ball bombs are obtained, we'll be able to clear those blocks with the dots on them. And here's the first energy tank, very helpful. It increases the health capacity by 100. Oh, gotta get out there. There we go. Nope. Yeah, I hope you stick around. I'm not sure what you think of Metroid. Metroid's my favorite Nintendo series. And it's so weird that in the 8 years we've done this channel, I think this is my first time playing Metroid in any meaningful way. How weird. Do I think SAX will show up in Dread? Maybe a cameo. I'm not sure. Anything's possible. I mean, they're bringing Kraid back. Let's get in there. And I'm still not going to save yet. I don't think there's any real need for it. Just a little bit of a waste of time. There will be a few times where I will save for safety's sake. Because a few parts of this game can be kind of mean. Need morph ball bombs to clear those. So gonna slide in here. Sneak in there. Get that missile and go there. Retrospective. Pay attention in October. I'll leave it at that. And I still don't feel inclined to heal, so we'll blow up those blocks. Got the morph ball bombs. Very good. You played Prime 1, 2, 3, Other M. I believe I own all the games in some capacity. I don't have Prime Pinball because that game became ridiculously expensive. Unfortunately, I didn't think much of it at one point. And then I thought, you know, I'd like to get it. And then I think during the pandemic, it became like over $130. It's pretty insane. Because that game had a shorter print, and it's never been re-released, to my knowledge, so people want it. So here's a security door. And I think the only two Metroid games I outright hated were Other M and Prime Hunter, so 2 out of 13 is not a bad track record. So to clear that security door, we need to blow these blocks up, and those little leeches, I forget what these are called. They're going to drain you, so bomb them. If anybody drains you, just bomb them. It's a general life strategy. And that will clear the security door. Get out of there. Can't wait for Prime 4. We haven't seen anything on it yet, but I'm sure it'll be good if Retro Studios is involved, because they have a good track record, and I know they've had a major staff turnaround, but they hire good people, and they do bang up work. Okay, so if you remember earlier, I mentioned that we needed morph ball bombs to get somewhere. I'm gonna show a place where you can go thanks to the morph ball bombs. In the meantime, a little bit of backtracking, and I'll probably be picking some missile upgrades in the meantime. Can't Metroid crawl? Metroid wink crawls later in this game. And we can do something here. There's something hidden here. Why can't Metroid crawl? You know, there's some things in video games you can't do them until you learn how to do them. This is really more of a hint statue. If this were a speed run, I would avoid this room. But it's not, so I didn't. So it's telling me to go to another region of the planet, Norfair, which is the lava region. Good hint, even though it's not the literal next thing to do. Good hint. And I don't believe there's anything hidden here. I haven't practiced this run as much as some other runs I've done here. Hopefully I'm decent enough. I used to be able to get under 2 hours when I played this game, and just not so much anymore. Oh, by the way, thank you to the Book Bandit. I don't think the Book Bandit could make it here today. The Book Bandit is the one who made the stream possible because he donated us the eShop points so that we could do this. So, really, hats off to him. Metroid forgot how to use her legs up, man. I hate that enemy, that bug enemy. Anyway, let's blow this cocoon up. Don't bother me no more. And you can just sneak out over here. I say sneak out, but look at all that crawling you have to do. Now there's something we can do here. This one's a little tricky, but it's doable. This one frustrates me a bit. Let me see if I can do it. I'm gonna try to bomb jump up there. The problem is those regenerating bug enemies. They suck. So I'm gonna wall jump up there. And the worst part about those enemies is that they don't even drop any health upgrades. They're for the birds, they're good for nothing. Let's try this again. Ah, almost got it. It's not the end of the world if I don't get those missiles. This one annoys the hell out of me. If I don't get it, I'm gonna try to get it like a minute or two, and if not, I will just move on. Who? No. There we go. Okay. I always have so much trouble with that one. It's a little bit hard to explain. You have to bomb jump with a bit of a rhythm. But what makes it extra obnoxious is those damn bugs. And just go in there. And folks, if you're new to Metroid, her name is Samus. Damn. But hopefully everybody here knows it. Actually, Senji, if you're still there, I'm curious as to how you found us. Because it seems like a lot of the people who find us, they do so with direct referrals. I think that's everything we could get in Brinstar for now. So we'll be heading on to another region. Nice, thank you. No, the lava, not the lava. It's actually acid. And then go there. Something I said earlier, I don't know if I shut it off correctly. In this game, if you do a charge beam and then jump into an enemy, you do something that fans call... crash into me, you jerk. They call that a mock screw attack. I think the game calls it a charge attack. Is one thing you can do. I don't remember. I feel like I should know this. I don't remember if that's in Super or Fusion. I haven't played Fusion very much. Ooh, cool cutscene. YouTube recommend. I'm glad YouTube made the recommendation. We're gonna be splitting this into 2 parts, and we'll continue part 2 on Saturday. So be sure to pin that date with a thumbtack. And we're going to try our best to stream Dread sometime this month as well. I think we have the funds necessary to do it. Senji, this channel is run by myself. I'm AT, and my brother Sam. And Sam will be playing Dread for the first time. I believe that was our plan. There's a good place to save. So what we'll be doing here, we'll be going to the left here. Because we can't explore much of Norfair without getting another upgrade. It's kind of how these games work. Ooh. And can we get that? Oh man, my health is low. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. That'll tide me over for a bit. Go through there. Now, here's something that they added for this game. That elevator. There's no elevator to another region up there. I think I can go further down here, can I? Actually, you know what? I'll go back down there later. There's something we'll need to get up here in order to make some progress. So we went from one region to another. This is Crateria, which is the surface of planet Zebes. And this is where Samus parks her ship. There's something extremely important you need to get here. Dump over here. I was trying to say jump. Clear that with the bomb block. And this will also give the first taste of if I fall into the water like a dunce. This will give a first taste of the I can't go in there. The water physics, which they're... Oh, crap. Oh, man. Damn. That was bad. I hope I saved. Okay, I did. I have an extremely bad habit of skipping save rooms. Those enemies are powerful, jeez. Alright, let's try that again. Fortunately, I'll have to get that missile upgrade again. But no matter. I was also playing a little bit of the original Metroid again to kind of mentally compare it to this one. And man, that game is so brutal. There are some people who they play that game and they just go through it like it's a brisk walk. And I don't know how they do that. That game is vicious. Let's align this correctly. I finally, for the first time in my life, got the best ending ever, and I mean, my thumbs hurt after that. There we go, got it. That took years of practice. Also, sequence breaking. Go in there. Go in there. Go back to criteria. Okay. New strategy. Stay the hell away from those fish. They're jerks. I think I'll just stay out of the water in general. Go over here and... Chozo Ruins. So in order to get through, we need to clear that block. But there's nothing to clear that block. Thankfully, there's this thing over here. And I'm just going to put it in here. And unknown item. Uh-oh. So this is the first unknown item. Its purpose will be revealed. It has a dual feature, actually. It will do something later in the game. And right now, unknown item number 1 clears these blocks. This was not in the original Metroid game, by the way. Something new they added for this one. Anyway, we can go in here to get out of here. Can I? There we go. Is there an item here? I seem to think there is. No. That regenerates. Clear that. So next, go over here. And there'll be something over here. Power grip. This was not an item in the original Metroid. The power grip was actually introduced in Metroid Fusion, the Game Boy Advance game that preceded this. And what the power grip lets you do is you can hang on to a ledge like that. And this is really useful. It gives you a certain edge in platforming, makes certain sequences easier, and you can go to new places now. Just like the Chozo to leave a little test here, though. So, in order to take me higher, have to go through here. Go through there. And here is where we're parked. Sorry about that, just checking something on my computer quickly. So that's where Samus landed. You get to be able to quantify where it is in a geographic sense. Is there something to explore over here? And just double checking that the audio is fine. I know it seems ridiculous. We've had so many issues with audio lately, and it's kind of getting on my nerves. Okay, go there, grab that, go there, grab that. Bomb. And that Ripper is in a very obnoxious place, but just roll past it. And let's go back to Norfair. There's one very important thing we'll need to get into in Norfair. But I think for here, I don't remember if you can get into here with or without the power grip. It certainly helps, doesn't it? And folks, just remember, if you want to share the stream, be sure to do so responsibly. Only send it to people you know or trust. Making my way back up there. I hope the birds outside aren't picking up. It's dusk over here, twilight, dusk, about that time, and they're just going to chirpa over here. Now I'll need the speed booster in order to break that triangle block. So I'm having a lot of L and R issues today. Oh, get out of the lava. So the power grip is good because it allows me to get to some higher places over here. And if you are not familiar with Metroid and only know it from Smash Brothers, Norfair has been a stage in several of the Smash Brothers games. That missile power-up looks tempting, but we'll have to wait for it a little bit. Go up there. Oh no, get out of there, get out of there. That is a heat room. I need a heat suit in order to get in there. Should I say a heat resistant suit? Okay. Over there. Ice beam. Alright. Alright. Not sure if I got that right. It lives up to its name. You can freeze enemies with it and use them as a platform, as I'll be doing right here. And the ice beam permanently overrides Samus's primary power beam. In some games in the series, you can grade up and grade down your beams, or even swap or combine them. What they chose to do in the Game Boy Advance Metroid games is to just have them stack on top of each other. So it's your short beam gets powered up into long beam gets powered up into ice beam, and then there's 2 more beams that follow, and I don't think you can avoid that statue. So let's just get the next hint. So the ice beam was the major upgrade we'll need to go, and now there's going to be some major backtracking to go to a place beneath where we started the game. Kraid's hideout is appropriately enough. Kraid's hideout is appropriately enough where Kraid lives. And we'll find Ridley there. And he's one of the guardians that has to be taken out in order to progress in the game. I intentionally said it like a Canadian there because I love my Canadian demographic. And just get out of there. Get out of there. And I think I have everything I need from Norfair. There's one more thing I can get. The missile upgrade I showed earlier. I teased earlier. This one's a little tricky, but it's doable. So if you see that enemy, he's trapped in there. Oh, let's free him. Get there, get that height, get that missile. And I think we're good for Norfair for now. But we'll be paying a visit later. I believe that enemy is called a polyp. The platform thing in the ground, this thing I'm gonna blow up, dead. I forget what the fire enemies are called. I don't think a lot of the Metroid enemy names are catchy, so I tend to forget them, and some of them are very obscure, and quite a few of them never get translated. It's almost kind of like if you play the Wario games, a lot of enemies in some of them, they just don't give them English names, so their names are like a freaking sentence long. Also, Wario Land 4, most of those enemies, they never localize their names, so they go on forever. And speaking of Wario, the development team who made the Metroid games, a lot of them worked on the Wario games. Let's see. Sean says it's telling me you have to make a schedule for the stream. Yeah, if you schedule the streams, it makes it easier for people to see the streams. Is one thing I've noticed. Several of my own subscribers have told me that before I did that, sometimes they didn't even see the stream, which is crazy. So I make sure to schedule them so that my people can see them. Yeah, YouTube can just be ridiculous. You can really just work hard on something, and there'll be a bunch of barriers that prevent your stuff from being seen. It's absurd. People make fun of the, hey guys, like, comment, and subscribe, click the bell kind of stuff, but it's needed. Otherwise, your stuff, it might as well be invisible. The Invisible Man. I think, isn't there something you can get here now, or do we need to wait a little bit? I don't remember. Oh well, we'll save that for another time. So this room we passed by earlier, you can break those blocks now. In the original Metroid game, that room was basically a long vertical corridor. And let's get down to Kraid's hideout. Also known as Kraid's lair in Smash Brothers, this is called Brinstar Depths, which I don't believe is an official name, but it's a cool name. Oh, I double fired. What was over here? Get some missiles. And then we'll blow up into this launcher here, and then bammo. Get some more missiles, and we'll go on the fun ride again. Okay. Go over there, shoot up there, roll. And coming up is going to be a section and boss that was not in the original game. Go over there. Blast through here. And blow up there so that you can get in that little crack there. I believe those enemies with the ice stocks are called ZEBES, if I'm not mistaken. And in the original Metroid game, they do a lot of damage. A very deceptive amount. It just looks like, ooh, a funny little goofy alien creature. Those things are mean. Now this machine here, if you put a morph ball bomb into it, it's going to power up all the ziplining devices in this section of the game. We're forced to go to the right because this is a security door here. You can't blast through it. So you shoot the zip line, and I'm going to go over here, get that energy tank. Please and thank you. That jerk. Getting me through the door almost. Folks, probably about 90 more minutes. Now we'll go through here. And I believe there's a boss coming up. Yep. This boss is called... Fans call it the Acid Worm. I forget the official name. Oh! That's bad. The trick is to try to bait it into hitting the wall. The acid's rising, gotta watch out. It's like when you have too much orange juice. Actually, it kind of looks like orange juice. For the record, I do not drink orange juice unless it's freshly squeezed. And he's down. Man, all this practicing is paying off. I was picking up this game about a month ago to get ready for these streams, and it was my first time playing this in a while, and I was just dying left and right. I was so embarrassed. I was looking for a paper bag to just put over my head. That's how freaking embarrassed I was. Okay, and we're gonna get that missile upgrade and turn the other cheek. Jump through there, jump through there. Ooh. And I think that's all the important stuff that needs to be done in this section. Oh, well, you have to go through here, because the door got locked the other way. Ball shine spark through there, because you actually, if you remember those speed panels, you have the same physical properties when you do an advanced technique, which we'll be getting to it soon enough. So stick around. Anyway, gonna maneuver through here. Jump through there. I think that might just be a map station, but what the hey? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, this is still fairly important. Energy tank. I'll have to go through here later. Ooh, that was a drop. And getting a ball right there. Get off. Enemy is a stinker, and you gotta beat him because of that security door. There's something else. That was close. More missiles. Good. And this is it's a false floor. That acid wasn't real. They pulled a joke on us. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress, actually. I'm impressed. There's one more thing I'm gonna go do before I head downstairs. And that is get those missiles that were there. First, all this stuff will need to be cleared. So yeah, those triangle blocks that I mentioned there, those are speed blocks, and they, when you're in the ball launcher, that has the same property as an upgrade that we're gonna get when the next boss is defeated, and that boss is Kraid, the guardian of this region. I'm just blasting because it's fun. I don't know if this area is worth exploring yet. I mean, I'll do it for the hell of it. Ball launcher, yep. Set myself up for that one. Speaking of ball launchers, there's another one right here. Map data isn't really necessary, but whatever. I've already explored most of the of Kraid's hideout. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with pursuing him. Oh. Actually, I don't need to do that. Now, what you'll need to do is blow that up. So they go down here. And that is another unknown item block. People are trying to get on my nerves, aren't you? So that unknown item block puts some unknown program into Samus's suit, but most importantly, it destroys those unknown blocks, so that some progress can be made. Now probably be a good time to save. there something to get here? I feel like there might be. I don't know. Maybe could be. Okay, there we go. Nah, this is just... Was there some missiles hit in here? I'm not sure. Just crumble down there. Yeah, that's just a one-way trap. That's insidious. Make sure that I saved. Did I save when I got there? I'm pretty sure I did. No, not sleep mode. Pretty sure I did. Okay, let's try that again. Actually, give me 1 second. Jeez, okay. Sorry about that. I guess building up some suspense. Okay, this door guardian. Let me make sure my stupid mic is on. Yeah, okay. This door guardian here. You'll need to blow it up to get through it. Come on, open that eye. There we go. Okay, folks. Here's another major boss battle. And it's Kraid, the king of the domain. Kraid can only be hurt by missiles and charge beams, and missiles are just much more practical. Oh, poop. Where would I put Zero Mission? I'd put Zero Mission pretty high up, Grant. Good to see you. And Kraid's down. Yeah, I wrote a big thing about my thoughts on Metroid. I say this is like a 9 out of 10 game. And I regard it fairly highly. Honestly, this is probably my most played Metroid game. Like, even more than Super or Metroid Prime. I think the pace of this game is immaculate. And we got that speed booster upgrade, which this was not in the original Metroid game. This is introduced in Super Metroid. So now that when we run, we can do this. So suffice to say, that's really helpful. I believe that's anything of use in Kraid's lair. So the next step is to get the hell out of here. Is that a missile block? What is that? It's a crumble block. That jerk. Okay, now that path that I ignored earlier, I'm going to be taking that path. I think. Let's take a look at that. Now I need the full thing to go through there. There we go. Didn't run far enough. That was the problem. There we go. Those Freddy Frisch games are sure darker than you remember. Good to see it, Oates. Glad you can make it. You missed Kraid a few minutes ago. We'll be making our way to Ridley. I'll be doing this for about another 90 minutes. Sam might join us. I'm not sure at the moment. He might join us. Why Freddy Fish? Is it because of the enemies with the eye stalks? Is that just a non sequitur? And we can zip line out of here. Makes me think of the South Park episode. I never should have gone zip lining. Get out! Oh no, that's bad. That's not what I was trying to do. The thing about this game is that the way the levels are designed, they reward you. I shouldn't say levels, because there's no levels. It's a Metroid game. The way the game environments are designed, this game rewards you if you know it well and study it well, and it will. If you pick up things on other playthroughs, you'll get on all these little shortcuts. But if you fumble, it will punish you. So that's kind of what I meant when I said earlier that I think this is a really good game for beginners if you want to get an idea of what a Metroid game is and what a Metroid game is supposed to be. But there's also a lot of advanced techniques that they're not... first-time players will not get them. You'll need a few runs. I'm in the acid to get it. I didn't miss this room. I missed one room earlier. I think aside from that, then we're done with Kraid, which is both a region and a person. That's why fans call it Kraid's hideout. There we go. We needed... Oh, okay. I need to do another technique to go through here. Shoot that, get up there. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. Not good, no. I guess I'm showing what I meant. Okay. So we're gonna build up this. And I was a little bit too low, but I still got it. That maneuver that I did there is called a shine spark. And it's a little bit of an advanced technique. You build up speed, you press down and jump. And you do a little dash in the air, and this sucks. But it's useful because I got the energy tank. Those crumble blocks there really punish you, but okay. I think with that I'm done with Kraid. There's probably one missile tank I'm missing. I don't really give a crap. I have a checklist here, but it's a little bit vague so that I'm not totally beholden to it. And then we get a little bit of foreshadowing. Let me see. So the next order of business is to go back to Norfair. Because you can't proceed in Norfair any further without the speed booster. Actually, you can. There's a really cool sequence break that I'm not nearly skilled enough a player to do. But I've seen people do it in speedrun. I didn't mean to jump into that zoomer. I've seen people do it in speedruns, and it's pretty cool to see. With Kraid defeated, that statue is there, and this path opens up, and this Chozo statue will give you a hint. Okay, so who's the handsome man, Oates? Okay, so according to my list, yeah, the next order of business is to go to Norfair and get the high jump. That Ripper is in my way. Just, yeah, okay. Avoided him. Get up there. Okay, I finally understood the joke Mr. Top 10 List said. You're saying that Freddy Fish has always been dark. By the way, folks, my audio's fine, right? I thought it might be, but I don't know. Ugh. Okay, we'll be making our way back to Norfair. Damn, the same way that was done earlier. And I believe there's something you can do now, if I'm not mistaken. Before I forget. There's a hidden missile thingy here. There we go. Not necessary, but I love having me some... Ridley's the handsome man. There's two. Oh, this is really important. Oh, no, we can't get that yet. Okay. The triangle blocks, that means that there'll need to be either a ball launcher, that's where we cue Emily, or a shine spark. I don't know if anybody from Metroid Database is here to laugh at me. I am not good at doing the shine spark in the ball form. I can't really pull it off with consistency. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Just go down south here. So I mean, my notes say that I don't have a way to get there yet, so I guess that's just a hint for the future. And to give an idea where we're going to leave this off, I was going to save the last 2 regions of the game for Saturday. My major goal for today was to at least to try to get up to Ridley. Because this is not a very long game by any means. When I was younger, I used to go through it in about 2 hours, but you know, I'm streaming, I want to show it off a little bit. And I'm not as good at video games as I used to think I was. And you can't just shine spark through there, yeah. It is I, Mr. Metroid Database. It was a ruse all along. Wow. So, in the 8 years I've known you, it's all been leading up to that moment. Just to reveal the thread. Well played, Mr. Top 10 List. Oh, Lord. Anyway, need to build up some speed. There we go. Couldn't break those blocks earlier. There we go. Yes, that enemy is called a polyp. And the seahorse is called a dragon, actually. Oh, we can't go in there yet. The long con. The long con. It's a weird misnomer of a name, but the reason for it is because, the reason for it is because in Japanese culture, they believe that if a seahorse lives for 1,000 years, it'll become a dragon. And that's pretty cool, although it has no basis in science, so it's just mythology. I forget the names of these enemies, but they're somewhat tough cookies. Gonna blast them. I can get through this door, though. And this has the high jump, which increases the height of your jump. More importantly, it also lets you jump in the morph ball form without using a morph ball bomb. So that can lead to all kinds of techniques like, you know, doing something like that. In Super Metroid, this is called the spring ball. What they decided to do here, this goes back into what I meant. Oh, it can't go in there. That's a high temperature room. You will burn. Earlier, I said that something that I kind of admire about this game is that this game streamlines a bunch of things from Super Metroid, and that's an example of it. Because of that increased jump height, I can go over here now. I could not earlier. Well, I probably could by doing some weird advanced technique, but I probably can't do it. So it says here my next order of business is to get the Varia suit. You saw that heat room? The Varia suit is necessary in order to... Oh, it's in Brinstar. Okay. It's necessary in order to get into those rooms. Didn't know that. Or rather, I forgot. I should know that. But that's why they have these little shortcuts here to get you out of there. Gonna go back to Brinstar. That's where I need to be. And yeah, folks, just a reminder, if this game looks cool to you and if you want to try it, it's still available on the Wii U eShop. It's not going to be for much longer. I believe it's going to expire end of December or early January. I don't remember which. That's not too far away. This is currently the only legal way to play the game, so I highly encourage y'all to do it. It's really good. I'd say it pretty much replaces the Game Boy Advance version for me, personally. Mostly because just the filters they use make the game look really nice and sharp. Oh. And to be honest with you, the save states help me a bit when I'm practicing with techniques. You see, there you can do a ball spark here. I've seen people do it, but I've never... I might have done it before, but I don't pull it off with the consistency I'd like to, so I'm just going to keep moving. So the hint the Chozo statue gave me was to go up there, which I was there earlier, and I couldn't get very far. So now it's time to get further. Yeah, of the two Game Boy Advance Metroid games, this one's my favorite. Not to say that Fusion isn't bad, but this one had a really... Something this game does magnificently is it... As I've said, the streamlining of some concepts, but it does a good job of being easy to learn but difficult to master. Probably about another hour according to my time. I think I should be able to at the very least beat Ridley. Sorry, I kind of mumbled that. I should at the very least be able to beat Ridley. Get through there. Okay. I know where to go. This room I do not believe is in the original Metroid game. Go up. Now that enemy, I don't know what the hell this is called. Can't destroy it just yet. This room's really important. Oh, man, I did not mean to kill that waver. The enemy is called a waver. It almost sounds like an app. Oh, well, I think I can... I need to blow these up. The leeches. Okay, I think I can still get up there. There we go. There we go. We're good. And I believe this is the room that leads to the various hit. Now, if you see those leeches, they eat the big glob thingy. Not entirely sure on the name. That's how you destroy them. You let the enemies do the dirty work for you. Gonna roll in here, and I believe there's another missile upgrade in this room. Oh, no! Do not get in the acid. That's not good. Jump. Jump up there. Jump up there. Okay. And just lead them. No, don't eat me. Eat the glob. There we go. There's a Various Suit. The name Various Suit is a very weird case of English. Most people believe that the game designers of the original Metroid, they were trying to say barrier suit, and it came out as Varia or Varier. So that's I find stuff like that amusing when just. And the Various Suit also protects from acid. I find that stuff amusing because it's a fun way to accidentally invent terms, I think. I find stuff like that interesting. Like, for example, the Oates and Mr. Top 10 list might know this. If you know the Street Fighter character, originally the Final Fight boss, Rolento, according to Seth Killian, the guy who created Rolento is a Capcom employee named Akimon, and Seth Killian says that Akimon's intentions were to name Rolento Lawrence, but you know, things in Japanese, words end in a vowel sound most of the time, except for that hard end. So it came out as rorent, and since that T needed a vowel sound at the end of it, it became rorento, rorento. But apparently, the reason why rorento is there in the first place, which we bastardized into Rolento, is because he meant to call the guy Lawrence. So Rorento or Rolento is a totally made up Japanese thing, and I think that's pretty cool. You're very unlikely to find any other Rolentos aside from that guy. And one little piece of evidence for this case is that if you play Street Fighter Alpha, when the announcer selects him, he says Rolent. He doesn't say Rolento or the other thing I said that I just forgot because I'm doing 3 things at once now. He says a rodent. Okay, I think I have everything I need out of this room. I can't wall jump up there either. It's a good name considering. I'm sure there's a few other examples of things like that. Barrier suit would sound kind of ordinary, but the Varia suit or Varia, I've heard some people say Varrier. I'm sure they all have some degree in truth. And am I missing something? We either have to clear the leeches or get out the other room. I don't remember which. This is gonna drive me crazy. You know what the Varia suit is because of Metroid. It's the name sticks. You learn something new here every time. That's good. I try to be educational, or I try to be like edutainment. You know, like the Magic School Bus. How do I compare software agents to the Magic School Bus? I found a way. Okay, I think I don't blow up those gray blocks there is the next step. They should regenerate, otherwise I need to reset the room. There we go, okay. So the leeches are going to piggyback off me and they're going to destroy the glob. If there's any Metroid fans there, I would like to know the name of the glob thing. Because I feel like I should know it, but I just don't. As I said earlier, a lot of the Metroid enemy names, they fly over my head. They're not like, you know, Mario has Goombas and Shy Guys and Koopas and Bob-ombs, and those are all such iconic enemy names. But a lot of the Metroid enemy names, even though I say Metroid's my favorite Nintendo series, they go zoom over me. That bat thing is called a scree. I know that. They're not always catchy. There we go. That's a scree. I think there's some fan debate as to whether screes and shriek bats are the same thing. I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend to. Let me see. So we went out of that room, and since we have the various suit, we can now go deeper into Norfair. Sam said he might be back an hour. Damn, that's when I'm planning on closing up the stream. That's too bad. And by the way, folks, if you want to help us out, there is some links in the description of this video. There are also a few links that were posted on SoftwareBot earlier. If you want to help us out, we have 3 patrons now. And I feel really good about that. We had a very generous donation recently. Actually, one of our longtime viewers and supporters, Candid, donated us Duck Hunt on the Wii U Virtual Console. And I really appreciate that. I was actually able to discover something about Duck Hunt that I posted on the Lost Archives. I might post it on Twitter later because of that. So I appreciate it. I wasn't sure if Candid could make it today. He said he could, but I didn't hear back from him. So it's whatever. Anyway, back to Norfair. Time for some elevator action. This game is not elevator action. Go through here, and let's build up some speed. I think I lost my momentum. No. California speed now. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. So, now that we have, now that we have the various, there was a heat room up there earlier. If you see it on the map, it's highlighted in red. Red means heat. I don't know how you explain that to somebody who's colorblind, though. Well, anyways, now you can access this room earlier without the various suit, and I have done it before. It's just really hard, and it's not worth it, in my opinion. And I believe that missile upgrade is the only thing in here. So you don't need to go in here, but it helps. Missile capacity is now 75, I think. Let's check. 85, even better. Had more missiles than I thought it did. Cool. Okay. I believe some speed will need to be built up in order to get through here. Gonna go build up that speed. This is where the stream gets its title from. There we go. Boom. And the next order of business, that very narrow heat corridor will be going there. I mean, the next major event. In here. Don't need that just yet. Okay. Jump in there, jump off there, get that. And there'll be some more speed that will need to be built up. Unfortunately, some of these blocks are going to regenerate to cause me some trouble. And so are those flying enemies that they're like a variation of those insect enemies in Brinstar when I was trying to get that tank earlier. But let's just shoot that and let's build it. Yeah, screw these guys. Don't have the screw attack yet. Oh, no. Okay. And jump off there. There we go. Gonna blow this guy up. I didn't need to do that because there's no security door, but had all those missiles, might as well use them. Not gonna save yet. According to my to-do list, the next order of business, there'll be another inventory upgrade coming up very soon. The fire enemy looks like the sun. This isn't really necessary, but I'll do it. Pretty late to have a map room, huh? I mean, we've explored most of Norfair. Yeah, that dot is where the blinking dot is where the wave beam is. Let me see. The blinking dot, hopefully you can see it. To the left of where it says Ridley. Northwest. Okay. And this is actually a false flirt. But this is real lava. There's something here. There's something very suspiciously quiet about that room. More missiles, good. Go back. And there's a mini boss coming up. We're making pretty decent progress today. I'm not always the most confident about the way I play this game. I just feel like there are people online, they beat this game in 40 minutes. And that makes me feel so inadequate. Obviously, I admire the talent, but it's still just... I think one reason why I've avoided some Metroid games for a while, especially one reason why I've avoided streaming Super, is because the skill progression on the game is just ridiculous. That's a false floor too. And how would you know that unless you tried? It's a bit sinister. Sinistar. Blow him up before he hurts me. I think that's the only one of that enemy in this room. Security door. And there's a wave beam. Wave beam is really important because it shoots through solid objects. In total violation of the laws of physics. Here we go. That guy. I just shot him through the door. And as I mentioned earlier, wave beam, it just replaces the ice beam. You can't switch back or anything. In contrast to some other Metroid games, like especially Super or Metroid Prime, where you can switch between them for puzzles. But Prime's a pretty different animal entirely. Similar, but different. I think we'll save here just in case something goes wrong. Probably about 45 minutes left here, people. That's cruel. I think we need to build some speed up here. Yep. My hunch was right. And now it's time for a mini boss. This is called Keruguru. This is really more of a puzzle than a boss. You see, the weakness here is this belly, and you can't hit that belly unless you have the wave beam. So that's destroyed. I don't need your stupid missiles anyway. There we go. But there's more. So this thing is sleeping. Gonna push it back with some missiles. And gonna have to hurt that underbelly. I didn't hurt it. That's not how it's supposed to go. By the way, this enemy is not in the original Metroid game. There's one bomb off. I think I'm going a little too crazy with the missiles. 1, 2. Oh. And blow it up real good. Again, more of a puzzle than a boss. Yeah, that's a shine spark. And speaking of shine sparks, the reason why that boss is even a barrier in the first place is because if you saw those speed blocks there, they're blocking the bottom. So you need to build up some speed, break those blocks, and then get through here. And I think all the steps are set to get to Ridley's lair. Gonna save again. Oh wait, I think there's another mini boss coming up, right? And this boss is called Imago. Kind of reminds me of a boss from Super Metroid called Spore Spawn. So we'll need to destroy those vines, I guess. And from what I've read and have heard speedrunners say, those spore blasts that it shoots out, they're semi-random. There's a little bit of RNG dependency. So that kind of makes this section a bane of sorts for speedrunners. They consider this to be one of the harder bosses in the game. And we just got to get the other side. This music is creepy. I'm not sure about y'all. So my hats off to the people at R&D1 for that. And that's the end of Imago. That beep sound meant that there was a security door there. Can't clear that room unless you clear the boss. And go into Ridley's lair. Probably going to meet the big man himself sometime in the next 45 minutes. So there's a save room here. So one thing that we can do is go over here. And those bee enemies, I don't know what they're called. I'm going to try to bait them into doing something. There we go. Let's see if I found the place. There we go. There's the block. So I'm going to try to bait one over there. No. Too far away. Is there another opening? No, it's just one body length. Pretty narrow. We'll try again. Directly under. There we go. And you can bomb jump here. And I believe that enemy is called a Remu. I don't know, but they do a deceptive amount of damage. They don't look like they would, but they're pretty vicious. And here is a block that we need an unknown item in order to destroy. Haven't gotten it yet. Get through here. Really do not want to fall down here. And there'll be something fun to get over here. Oh, no, we don't have that yet. Okay. Never mind. Wait, did I get the missile tank? I can be such a scatterbrain sometimes. Yeah, I got it. Then here, shoot that, jump over here. I think I just summed up the game in a few words. Shoot that, jump over here. There we go. There's our first super missile tank. Good stuff. Super missiles pretty vital because a super missile blast is about 5 times as powerful as a missile shot. There's not many super missile tanks in the game, but they pack a real punch. There we go. And then we'll need the super missile to get this over here. Jump over there, press select, blow that up, blow this up, and I think there's a bunch of enemies here. Oh no, there isn't. But it seems like something Insidious they would do, doesn't it? Those are a bunch of crumble blocks, which sucks. We're really close to Ridley. See, look how close we are. I can't zoom in, but... Look at all that stuff. Now's a really good time to save, because I'm not sure if Ridley's a hard boss or not. But he does a lot of damage. And there's the door. Oh yeah, we're close to the big man himself. The door guardian's right here. I think he needs 3 or 5. 3, 5, same number. Oh, by the way, you're going to see where that thumbnail comes from. And here we got unknown item number 3. Which is currently incompatible, but it'll be of some use later. There's an E-tank hidden here, really important, because it really does a lot of damage. And now's a really good opportunity to use the Chozo Statue, because the Chozo not only recharges your health, but your missiles as well. And about as fully powered as we can be. This is where Ridley's supposed to be, but I don't see any Ridley. And maybe if I turn around for... Oh, Lord! That's a Ridley. And Ridley's reign is over. Yeah, and if you were paying attention, he takes out more than half my health, so he's quite the, what's the word? Maybe he has earned his status as being tough. Now, in order to get out of here, I'm gonna get to. I need to freeze the bee. I mean, how else do I explain it? You freeze the bee and you jump on top of it. You'll miss him. He always finds a way back. I think there's one more boss I'm gonna need to do, and then I'll probably wrap it up. I'll save Torian, Mother Brain, and the final surprise for Saturday. But it's not really a surprise because the information's on the internet and the game is 17 years old. But you know what I meant. Freeze the beast. The way I got into the side here, that's actually a sequence break. But to me, it's so much easier than just doing it the normal route. I think this is a save room. I don't need to save yet. There should be some missiles here or something. Getting those missiles. I did not need to do that. Didn't really need it, but whatever. Okay, we'll jump up here. And this is tricky. How do you get up there? Maybe try a ball jump. Damn. Get closer. There we go. Okay. So yeah, because I did a sequence break, I'm actually working my way backwards. But it's all good. I think this is a little bit faster. Even if it looks a bit tedious, it does save you a few minutes. No, I'm messing up here. There we go. That's much simpler. I didn't mean to shoot that guy. That's a false wall. Okay. Nothing to see there. I really thought the enemy would freeze. Nope. Okay, the red ones have more health. Got it. Get in there. Blow this up. That's a pretty mean false wall there. But we get the items we need to conquer them. Good to have an energy tank. And yeah, you have to be careful here because there's a long way down here. Oh, I almost fell, but I didn't. Good, good. You need super missile to go in there. So it's a good thing I have it. And there's going to be another boss coming up. And I think I'm going to stop it there, actually. Earlier, we were talking about Nintendo R&D 1. This game was made by Nintendo R&D 1. I mentioned that one degree of separation that Metroid and Wario have is that the games were made by Nintendo R&D 1. And this game was the last game that Nintendo R&D 1 made before they were dissolved. So this is kind of a send-off to them. From what I understand, there wasn't like... please don't think that there was like massive layoffs or something. But it was more of a restructuring. I mean, there might have been... I don't work at Nintendo. But R&D 1 was their oldest development team. And made a lot of their older arcade games and some of the big hits on Game Boy. And they also originated the Metroid franchise. I didn't want to fall down there. They originated the Metroid franchise. And Wario and a few other goodies. It's a story that a lot of people don't know about, unfortunately. Which kind of bums me out. Their former project manager guy, Gunpei Yokoi, he's considered to be the father of the Game Boy. And he also was the original producer on Metroid. And also Kid Icarus as well. Which Kid Icarus and Metroid, the original ones on the NES, they have a very similar engine. What am I missing here? If I beat this boss, I'll get a super missile. But I feel like I'm missing something. Some point of entry. Okay. Let's just avoid that. No. Oh, my lord. That is that false floor is the pits. If you're not paying attention, I'm going in unfortunate room loop. I don't like that. Okay, let's just be very cautious here. There we go. There's the false floor. Oh, are you... Okay, note to self. Try to kill everything in the room. Then try to go through that. I don't know if it's possible to wall jump up there, and I don't know if I want to. There we go. Is there something here that looks like it could be a hidden passage? No? Okay. So what do you need to get in here? What am I missing? There's that. Maybe there's another false wall here. That seems like something they would do to annoy me. Maybe it's over here. I'm a little bit stumped. That's just a one-way ticket. Oh, wait, I think I remember now. You have to go back to Norfair, actually. It's some weird thing. There's something happened. That's gonna fall down. It's some weird thing where it doesn't get triggered until you go there. That's one thing that's a bit cryptic. Oh, anyway, there's a boss battle coming up. This is called Imago, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And I think that's the end of him. He comes back, crashes into the hive, and we get that super missile tank. That is what the game designers, they intended that to be the first one. But, yes, life doesn't work that way. Anyway. Now's when you blow this up and get out of here. Get out of here. Oh boy. So that the statue that goes up, the one in Kraid's lair, that was optional, but this one's mandatory. The other path gets blocked off. And there's supposed to be a Chozo there, but no Chozo statue. To make things worse, there's a bunch of false walls here, just to further complicate things. Yep. Some more missiles. Oh, we need the screw attack for that. Okay, it's right here. That scared me for a moment. I thought I missed the screw attack. Screw attack is really useful. Because with the screw attack, you can finally destroy rippers. These guys, they're gone. Boom. Blown up. And I think that is the last upgrade that you get, according to my notes. Did I miss anything? No, there's one more a little bit later. Oh, yeah. Alright, gonna go a little bit further up and then save some content for Saturday. Because I just walk into them, I forgot. We're really on a roll here. There's something underneath here. Seems like it. Oh, that's real lava. That's the bad kind of lava. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. I don't care. The bad kind of lava. As if there's good lava. Good lava builds islands and mountains. That's good lava. Bad lava. Bad lava kill people. Go up there, and I think there's a false wall here. Screw attack, yeah. I believe there's supposed to be a false wall that propels you upward. No? Oh, I believe it's here. Maybe I missed it. I think it's there. Let's see. Let's try that. Nah, I'll just keep going up this way. And oh, it looks like I missed one room in Norfair. Let's get that. I believe it's another super missile upgrade. There we go. Oh man, just blew that up. Oh yeah. There we go. Get those missiles, and I will most likely save at the next available save point. Oh, that's evil. They really don't want you getting the super missiles, do they? Then how the hell do you get out of this room? Okay, let's try that again. I thought it was gonna be one of those stupid rooms that totally loops you back. I hate those. This is tough but doable. Oh, it looks like you have to do a bomb jump. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna brute force my way through here. Not too far away from a safe point. We'll be getting to some saving. Alright, well, that's going to be it for today. There's going to be some important links posted on the software bot, but as of now, that's all I have time for. I mean, I could probably go on for about 15 more minutes, but I'm trying to segment this run in a certain way. So, yeah, thanks for sticking by. If you want to help us out, there are some important links in the description, and they should have been posted in the software bot. They'll be posted in software bot again, but as of for now, that's it for me. So take care. See you later.